Alright there, Showmate Yorkie here. Welcome you back to Pathfinder of the Righteous on Campfire Tales. I am trying to find early sunset so that I can find Ivu. I went to the flesh market, I haven't seen him. But also somewhere around here should be the harem of whatever it is, so that I can meet the date I had, and so I can get a connection with Dr. Kula. We got some who need some restoration. Wisdom down by 7. Eesh. Where is it? There. Why is it not getting rid of that problem? Well, I can get rid of it this way. Now let's get everything buffed up.
The world has suffered enough.
Oh. We can't buff up at the moment. Okay. Let's put that on at least. Old man! A lean old man with his back as stiff as a pike cat staff casts a piercing look at you. His grey hair and luxurious sideburns grant him an imposing and significant demeanour. Greetings, I am Count Christoph Roland. I have the honour of serving as the Venture Captain of Pathfinder Society, heading the branch of the Society in Elusionera and its adjacent territories. If you need service of Pathfinders, I can be of assistance. Does he have anything about himself? Because I don't need anything else for him. Providing funds, that's new. Society has fixed charity rates, preventing corruption. I personally find this practice very wise. A donation for the prisoners of the Abyss is 50,000 gold coins. Price high, but if you will, it will give freedom. Unfortunate, so be it. Base profit is not worth more than human life. Go on then. Might be a bad move. The Count respectfully takes some money from your hands. Pathfinder Society is grateful for your help, Commander. Fortunately, folk enslaved by demons will glorify your name. Oh, the unfortunate folk enslaved by demons will glorify your name throughout the abyss. Tell me about yourself. I'm a noble, a good Desmodian, and a Pathfinder who earned the honour of being sent with the most unwanted task to the most repulsive point in the world. I'm ready to provide you with a few good fighters. What else are you interested in? Why were you sent to the Abyss? Venture Captain shrugs. To buy slaves, of course. Or rather, redeem slaves. Pathfinder Society sent me to provide help to dwellers of Galarian who have been enslaved by demons. Every day I go to the slave market with a bag full of coin and return to our shelter with a crowd of poor folk whose freedom I manage to buy. Fortunately, there are always too many slaves and too little gold. We sent the ones we saved to Galarian. Some of them are opportunists and fighters who were unlucky enough to be imprisoned. They're grateful to the Society and are ready to provide services to repay us for their rescue. The people who are looking for mercenaries contact me. My charge is to serve them, and the payment for their services fills our coffers and continued redemption of slaves. What you do is merciful. I personally think that an enemy has to be fought against, not traded with, but the management of the Pathfinder Society did not heed my advice. What is it like living in the Abyss? Christoph scans the landscape slowly with dignity, and then says demurely, abominable. The Abyss is a savage place where everything can be designed. Everything that can be designed is wrong. I don't need a skilled partner. I've got my crew right here.
We march ahead.
Willing's grotesque black mask changes. So you're looking for gladiators. You've come to the right place. My brother Trevor was abducted by a demon with a black mask. Was that you? Whizlong sniffs the air. Well, well. That face, that scent. Yes, I remember him. He was a strong fighter, a dangerous one. Made good money when I sold him. Where is he now? To whom did you sell him? Answer me, you monster. Don't be so rude, young mortal. Unless you want to meet your death sooner than expected. I have only one buyer, the Battle Bliss. Did you want to know what became of him? Find out at the arena. In the arena. Sosiel looks at you, stricken. So these beasts made him... Oh, shelling. What cruel mockery. But he is still alive, and that is all that matters. Well, we don't know that. We know he was sent to the arena. We can't waste time. We must get him out of there before it's too late. Show me the ones you're selling. I'm afraid my gladiators are not yet fully trained. They are still green. Alright. Weapons? Why do you keep calling them Nahindrian? Yeah, we know. The rumours about Nahindrian being wonderful. Never mind all of that. Actually, what money do we have left? 64,000. Not a lot.
Our path leads on.
Anything. Grievous, we've spoken to in the past. Yeah. We basically freed the slaves from here. We just don't know where our dragon is. Raggy's done as well. Yonk the slave trader. The disgustingly fleshy demon greets you with a wave, his arm encased in roll after roll of fat. Allow me to present my living wares, the finest household slaves to serve you and insane your body and spirit. I can satiate even the most exquisite cravings. The demon accompanies his last claim with voluptuous lip smacking. Show me what you have for sale. Just feast your eyes on them. The most exquisite pleasure slaves raised in comfort and luxury at your service. They are well trained, neat, docile, and stand ready to become ideal servants for your manor. All of them are young and healthy, in a perfect state of ripeness. The demon bursts into sickening cackling and then whispers to you confidentially. Of course, we have made sure that their tender flesh meets the expectations of even the most demanding gourmet. They have no inkling of what awaits them, so you need not worry about fear spoiling the meat, making it tough and bitter. Beautiful, athletic, and well-groomed young men and women of different races smile sweetly at you. Their cheerful looks aren't marred by the slightest hint of intelligence. These slaves remind you of happy and well-fed sheep grazing at a pasture. Yeah, I'll buy them. It's been a long time since I last had an Indian goods such as these for sale. Or I mean, 25,000. Slaves exchange pleased whispers as they hear the high price their masters ask for them. These poor mortals do not even realise they are no better than cattle. When the time comes for them to be led to the slaughter, their minds will not grasp that their kind master has reared them for torment and death. Anyone who makes a deal with a demon looks exactly like them in the end. A naive food mocked by all because they do not know the knife awaits. Yeah, here you go. Excellent. I strongly recommend keeping the slaves on a diet of local ocean mollusks. This will help them stay athletic and fit. Also gives them meat a pleasantly spicy and musky taste. Demon adds the last phrase in a whisper, shooting you a nasty grin. These poor souls raised by demons like cattle for the slaughter You've broken their golden chains. At first they will hate the harsh world you have delivered them into, but only because they are so naive. I, however, celebrate your compassion. A new mistress, we are so happy to belong to you. We are going to live in a palace now, yes? How may we entertain you? Ember smiles sweetly at the slaves, and they respond with trusting, vacant smiles of their own. Don't worry. We'll take you to a truly good place. It doesn't look like any that you used to. At first you'll feel uncomfortable, but you'll grow to love it. You're free. I'm going to get you out of the abyss and take you somewhere normal. Slaves exchange confused glances. Save us? But why would you save us? We are very happy here. Perhaps we should return to your camp first, and then we can have some fun. You'll like it so much you'll never want to leave the abyss. These poor souls raised by demons like cattle for the slaughter. Yeah, you've said that. Alright, so we've taken care of that. We failed on the 32. Right, so there's nothing much here. So we're probably going to fail on a 42. We failed a 32. That's fine. Can we get down here?
Without a doubt.
There's a portal up. Let's have a quick save, because this could be trouble.
Defeat is not an option.
And it is trouble. Got 0, so let's can't protect from fire or anything. What's my trick gonna be here? I assume that thing has immunity to electricity. Yeah. Pretty sure he dies if he does that.
Away, you rascal!
And he's down.
A sweet smile, a gentle voice, and kind words will help me win their hearts. And if that fails, I'll use my sharp nails instead.
Sounds like a plan.
Forwards.
Ah, there's the harem. Let's have a save after that fight. And then we'll go in. First time here, I fear some looking at succubus. Steps forward, blocking your path. I'm sure you're welcome here. This is Harem with ancient dreams. Ardent dreams. The palace of Shamira, chief deepness of the city. After Nocticula, of course. But when did Nocticula ever care about petty concerns? Bottom line, this palace belongs to the person who really runs everything here. Got it? I wish to enter. The demon shrugs. You are known in the city. I don't think that Shamira would deny you an audience. Come on in. There you go. Built up a bit of a rep from the fight. There's Vilexia. It's a good idea of mine to introduce you to high society at this reception. We're a subject of gossip among the guests. I heard them whispering about how we showed up together. Shall I entertain you with some conversation? Vilexia nods with mocking solemnity. Of my permission. Shamira the Ardent Dream. Shamira's voice rings out through the hall. All rise. The proceedings will now begin with the dispensation of false justice. I, Shamira the Ardent Dream, will perform the duties of judge. The rights of the prosecution will be granted to anyone acquainted with rage and hatred, and the part of the defender will be given to time and blind fate. All the participants are obligated to show due dread and obedience to the decisions of the court. Now, our first case is brought by the assassin Dogward against a bodyguard for hire, Catrol. Dogward accuses Catrol of being exceedingly nimble and dexterous. This excessive dexterity enabled the defendant to foil 3 assassination attempts against his employer, thus preventing the plaintiff from fulfilling his contract. Vilexia is more interested in having a conversation than in watching the sham trial. You know, my dear friend, after our last visit... Vilexia pauses playfully. Visit to the battle place. I've been thinking a lot about the customs of Glorian. Despite our differences, we have a lot in common. Our actions and desires stem from the same passions, except when it comes to... Vilexia's eyes widen with excitement, and she utters a word that is as foreign to the abyss as you are. To love. It's common knowledge that demons know nothing about love, so why don't you explain it to me? See, good is, it is a pure and uplifting feeling in your soul that cleanses your heart of all burdens and pains. Lawful is a useful illusion that offers an escape from loneliness. Chaotic, it is passion, physical attraction, something that pushes you to do all kinds of crazy things. Evil, love is a broad concept. Love is, nonsense, invented by neat fools. Love is a broad concept, it would be impossible to explain. Or doesn't it? Because it doesn't bother her. I don't need to ask if she's dangerous, because she is. Everything here is. After a moment's consideration, Vilexia nods approvingly. You are a thoughtful and insightful conversationalist. You don't rush to make witty remarks on every subject, and that is a good thing. I will try to be more specific. Growling with rage, Cat rolled the bodyguard as his head chopped off with a giant axe for being too good at his job. The crowd roars its approval and the beaming plaintiff counts his coins. This is a perversion of justice. They're making a mockery of the very idea of a fair and noble trial. They enjoy ridiculing the law. It is not true that love restricts freedom. Or is it not true that love restricts freedom, and that its harsh constraints can sometimes lead to cruel evil deeds? Does not love force people to act contrary to their desires, and subordinate them to the object of their affection? Do not even the most loving souls feel occasional regret about trading away their freedom for love? Haven't the most terrible betrayals been committed for the sake of love? Doesn't unrequited love cause mortals to commit suicide? And isn't rejection the reason they often resort to violence and other terrible crimes? I am most curious to hear your answer. No, these things are caused by lust and dark desire, not by true love. Yes, when a mortal cannot control their emotions, their love can become a devastating force. That's why feelings and emotions of the heart must be governed by the logic and reason of the mind. I'm against all constraints. Free love always triumphs. As for crimes, well, no one has ever said that love wasn't dangerous. It's the most honest of the answers so far. When people are in love, first thing they do is shackle themselves to each other as tightly as possible. I find that hard to answer. It's not a trial, it's a parody. It's a lot more complex, so I'm going to go for that. Lexi smiles at you knowingly. That's the point, isn't it? Oh, this is ambiguity. All you mortals are so fascinated by love because it is so complicated and ambiguous. The execution is the audience in an uproar. The demons howl their approval, and Shamira has to raise a voice to be heard above the noise. Next, we'll hear the case of Vasa the nose cutter. He attacked 2 of Elushinira's visitors from another plane, even though the great Noxicula made it clear that they was under her protection. Vasa the nose cutter tracked down his victims to in the upper city and killed them with his glaive. Then he robbed them and cut off their tongues and noses. This scrawny demon doesn't look like a hardened killer. He writhes in his shackles, yelling hysterically. But I am not Vasa the Nosecutter. I don't even know who that is. My name is Shazal, and I've never seen the upper city. I'm not allowed to enter, even though that's where a slaver of my status should live. Besides, I've never held a glaive in my hand. This is all Hepzimira's fault. She wanted to buy my slaves at half price and I refused to sell. And now she's taken revenge against me and plans to get her hands on my slaves. Seems to me that love is like a living creature. Sometimes it behaves one way and, good luck with that, mate. I think you're dead. Sometimes it behaves one way, other times another way. It is contradictory and inconsistent. It leads to both good and bad outcomes. And like every living creature, it is bound to die eventually. After all, every love, no matter how strong, is doomed to die. Is that not so? Amber nods seriously. That is true. Love always ends. It either ceases to be love or is lost altogether when the one we love dies. Not quite, Amber, not quite. You can love them after death. That is why we mortals value love so much. We know that it will be over before we are ready. But that isn't true. We value it for the moments of true happiness. They're important, Sealer, but they're not everything. When you are with the people you love, you can laugh and drink and joke and tell silly stories. And you feel like you will last forever. Because when love is with us, death ceases to exist. Amber answers with a cheerful laugh. Of course you're right. What you say is so nice. And it is so true. Love does help us feel less afraid of death. It can even make us feel immortal. True love lives forever. Love comes and goes, but duties and responsibilities remain. Love never goes away. All love just gives way to new love. Love is like the food you buy in cheap tavern. It smells better than it tastes, and spoils. I will have a lot to think about after our conversation, and then the others about the trial. It never goes away, it transforms. Alexia sustains her composure, but you see the corner of her mouth twitch, and her eyes twinkle mischievously. This is all madness, true madness. Everything you say is nonsense and empty fantasies, yet I find them impossible to resist. My head is spinning. What have you done to me, my cunning friend? Chimera shouts to be heard above the screams of Vaz of the nose cutter. The court finds the evidence of the indicted person's innocence to be quite convincing. However, false justice requires every sin be punished, so therefore I hereby declare that this demon is Vaz the nose cutter, and he shall be executed without further delay. Chimera throws a conspiratorial glance at Ebzimira, who stands nearby. The latter grins and bows mockingly. Chimera announces loudly, and the last crime for today is the most harmful and treacherous. See what they've got to say. The crime of sinful mercy, and the offence was further aggravated by an attempt at self-sacrifice. A tiefling is brought forward in chains. Chimera glares furiously at the bloodied, beaten figure. The mortal who stands before you is a descendant of Sosiel, a slave trader who died recently. A week ago this tiefling was offered the chance to be an accomplice to the murder of his progenitor, Sosiel, in exchange for a portion of Sosiel's slave holdings. However, this mortal refused to participate in such a cunning, highly profitable murder, driven by some insane familial sentiment and a disgusting display of fondness. Chimera literally spits out this last word. He warned Sosiel about the possible attempt on his life, and personally hired Cuttrell, one of the best bodyguards in the Lucian era, to guard his father's life. Chimera has to shout to be heard over the indignant clamour of her demonic audience. So all three of these are related, huh? There's more. During the last attempt on Sosiel's life, this mortal, driven by the most disgusting feelings of duty and gratitude for his own existence, tried to cover his father with his own body to save him from this assassin's dagger. We find such actions to be criminally insane and dangerous. Therefore, false justice demands that we sentence this mortal to death. Sosiel's property will be declared destitute of an heir, and henceforth accessible to anyone who wishes to take possession of it. The tiefling is too weak to protest, and at a signal from Chimera, he is executed by the guards. Alexia smiles at you, her eyes sparkling with excitement. She seems uninterested in drama that just played out before your eyes. Thank you for our conversation. I expect to find it interesting, but I had no idea that our discussion would be so thought-provoking. I am so glad I decided to come here with you, and I sincerely hope that you visit me again. I hope to see you at my manor soon. Gotta go back to the manor. I host small receptions for the most... And we need to speak to Woljif. I host small receptions for the most interesting and noteworthy residents of the upper city. Conversations at these receptions are always entertaining. If you were to attend, we would continue our discussion about love. Of course, I seriously doubt my guests would be as interested in topics I am. So perhaps we should finish our conversation in private. I hope to see you soon, dear friend. Don't stay away too long. I'm looking forward to your next visit. Well, the other one's gone as well. We have had some updates. Send the reception at the rupture.
We march ahead. Our path leads on.
What's this? Beg you, kind lady, give me a moment of your time. I think Asimar, good breeding and apparent in every line of his aristocratic face, addresses you. Greetings and welcome to a dismal place. My name is Ludwig, and I ask for your help. I beg you, show mercy, not toward me, but toward these young and innocent maidens. They are my wards, and they were unfortunate enough to be abducted by demons. Serenade herself bestowed a revelation upon me, which prompted me to settle here and aid my brethren doomed to a dark and cruel fate. But my strength is all but gone, I swear it. And I need assistance now more than ever. Asimar women drift out of the house, standing like silent shadows behind Ludwig. The faces of many of the women are covered in scars, and their gazes cold, as if numbed by suffering and despair. Sosiel nods with encouragement and sympathy. Just keep holding on, friend. This is a mad place inhabited by mad creatures. But that makes your work all the more important. The disadvantaged and needy have no one else to turn to. How may I help? I'm so glad you're willing to listen to me. The good gods must have engineered this encounter with one of my own kin. Here in the Abyss, all of us are who cherish upper planes. Heritage. Must support one another. That's exactly what I want to discuss. Freeing enslaved Asimars has become my trade, you see. These women are former captives, whom I saved from monsters' clutches, and I protect them to the best of my ability. But I've heard of a new shipment of slaves about to arrive in the flesh markets, and there is nothing I can do to break their shackles. Please do it in my stead. Please buy their freedom, and send the women here. I can see that you are a traveller of means. A single act of kindness should not inconvenience you excessively, but we'll be forever indebted to your compassionate soul. I bought some Asimar freedom when they're back at the camp. Such a kind and generous soul is always a rarity in the Abyss, if he can be trusted. We must help him, champion, not just to save the poor slave women, but to also strengthen his faith in the righteousness of the path he has chosen. How did these Asimar women end up in the Abyss? The Abyss hungers for new slaves, so it sends countless raiding parties to other planes to stave off its cravings. These poor young women were captured on Galarian. I've never seen anything viler than these ruthless thrall hunting, prowling in search of defenceless victims, sniffing out the weak to enslave, clamping collars around their necks. Where can I find them? As far as I know, the thrall hunters were hired by a slave trader named Diunk, a hideous demon utterly lacking in morals. That just freed his precious slaves. Sure you'll find him at the flesh markets. Why don't you free him yourself? The man sighs and throws up his hands. Alas, I simply cannot afford such an expense. My meager income is spent on buying the freedom of these poor souls. When demons see a Asimar customer, they raise the price and conspire to keep me from purchasing anyone. In their eyes, the glee of thwarting me is worth the lost profits. Of course, the demons will try to deceive and humiliate you too. But let's put it this way. They'll be much less harsh than my case. My face is already too familiar around the slave market. And they know. I've already... Yeah, I decided to be safe from my camp. The Asimar appears doubtful. I am infinitely grateful to you that you freed those unfortunates. You should have sent them to me. They survived a terrible shock, perhaps even abuse. They need a kinsman's care. Hey, I'm there. Someone who can understand them, listen to them and try to heal their scars left by the ordeal. I fear that eking out a meagre existence in an army camp, surrounded by gruff, armed soldiers, will only open old wounds. Oh. What's this? The demons examine you, their gazes both avaricious and impetuous. I didn't do anything. How did I get here? The leader, a misshapen demon whose facial features exhibit not even a passing acquaintance with symmetry, issues a commanding back. Shut up, everyone, and get on the ground. On your stomachs. Turn out your pockets. Perhaps we will settle for taking your gold. Spare your lives. But you, my sweet morsel, will be leaving us in pieces. Behind the chatty demons, a huge Bavakia stares deeply at his feet. A large, cloudy crystal sticks out of his chest. Several smaller crystals have broken through the skin in several places, like young saplings bursting forth from the earth's embrace. A slimy fringe of thick red saliva hangs from the monster's slack jaw. He gives a surprised snort, then grunts shyly at you. Who are you? A demon with his lopsided face spits on the ground. We're the best in the Assassin Guild. Mess with us, and we'll mess you up. Why did you come here? That's why we're going to gut him. Festoon this dismal hovel. Oh, blah, blah, blah. You're not assassins, you're just common rabble. That worked. The demons lose their bravado and exchange nervous glances, taken aback by the steel in your voice. The leader of this band of misfits finally mutters in a shaky voice, well, maybe not assassin per se, but it sounds more intimidating. Fools shit their pants when they hear it, so we don't even have to shank them. But you, missus, are no fool. Not much I can see. Folks, let's not bother this nice lady. We'll just turn around and be on our way, shall we? The demon's tone takes on an air of grovelling. By the time he's done speaking, he is practically pleading with you. Who sent you? We don't know her name. Everybody calls her Red Mask. Because that's at the tavern. Because that's what she always wears. We have no idea who or where she is, or what she is beneath that mask. She sits in the... Yeah, I've seen her. All day, guzzling. Who is it? Damned if I know. Some kind of woman. Definitely not a demon. She's one of yours, an outsider. Go on, get lost. Sorry for troubling you, missus. We won't happen again. The demon scurries away from you. Alright. Ladrek folds his hands in a gesture of prayer, wailing in utter despair. I beg you, please protect me. Unless you stop, Red Mask will get to me. And even... Oh, they came for him. Even worse, to my wards. I do not fear death, but these girls must not be hurt again. I cannot put an end to Red Mask's depravity, but you can. I appeal to you, to your mercy. Find her and stop her. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it one way or another. I haven't decided yet.
I will guide us.
Back outside.
Without a doubt.
Where are we going to go now?
Forwards.
Portal up. That's also a portal up.
We march ahead.
Easy.
All good so far.
Our path leads on.
Portal down. Portal up. That's that lot. I don't need them, I don't think.
I will guide us.
What's this? 10,000 delights.
I won't let you hurt my
Ow!
friends.
What did we end up running into? It's this lot.
Happening.
I really need to get back and rest somewhere, don't I?
Be gone, fiend!
The inheritor, guide my blade.
That looked painful. I don't think we need to do that. That was 20. Down to 81.
No glory without risk.
That was fine.
The goddess protects us. Let me help.
Right. Oh yeah, that's a portal down. See what's in there. Oh, I've been here, haven't I? Nothing too important. Right, here. Let's go back to the Nexus. And we can rest. Also, is Ardent Sunset here, I wonder? Or whatever his name is. Early sunrise, early sunset, I don't know. Yasimar. Zato. Couldn't help us find out. Well, there's Waldriff anyway. Waldriff isn't looking at you. His tail twitches nervously from side to side. Chief! Aye. Waldriff scratches the back of his head, painstakingly choosing each word. I went someplace, you see, to an abandoned mansion up in the upper city. Not far from Nocticula's palace, you can't miss it. Do you mean you went to an abandoned mansion? Well, I walked. Used my feet, you know? That's how people walk. Waldriff shifts his feet back and forth like he's dancing on hot coals. I woke up. We're not complete strangers, you know. I need this, Chief. I've been thinking a lot here about myself and you and the moon and the abyss, and yeah, alright, I'm lying. I didn't think. I tried not to think. Only the shadow started talking to me, even when I didn't want it to. It told me where to go, and I needed to come upon terms with who I am. But I don't want to understand. Maybe I'm better off being kept in the dark. Waldriff takes a small breath. I already know who I am. I'm a poor thief and a loser. Born at the wrong time, in the wrong place, for the wrong people. But I want to be stronger, you know. I'm used to this moon of the abyss, and if he can give me even more, I'll take it. Otherwise, this WOTR will keep bothering me until the end of my days, and everyone else will keep kicking me around. I know I'm kind of in your gang. I mean, your party, and that helps things, but it can't keep going like this forever, you know. Something's got to fall apart someday, and the party will fall apart too. I need this power. Wait, did your shadow speak again? What exactly did it tell you? Waldriff takes a breath. Here in the abyss, the shadows become completely different. It crawls out when it wants and makes sense when it talks. It says I got an inheritance, some power that can get rid of WOTR once and for all. I'll get it if I go to Igfeli's old mansion in the upper city. And there's riches in it too. I'd never turn down a chest of gold, you know. Could be dangerous. Can I speak to Shadow? Yeah, no problem. Waldriff concentrates, trying to summon Shadow, but nothing happens. No, it's not working. It's like my shadow doesn't want to come out. Stubborn as a mule it's gotten, you know. Could be dangerous, I'm coming too. Waldriff's head shoots up. What? No, Chief, it's my business. I'll figure it out myself. I just told you because I don't know why. I wanted to tell you. I already dragged you into a mess with WOTR. Just think of it like an apology, you know? But no more. If you want to come congratulate me once I've got the power, you should come, but I'll do it myself. I don't want to get used to always running off somewhere as soon as I need help. It's not normal. Friends don't abandon each other in difficult situations. I want to go with you. Friends, oh come on. Waldriff turns away in embarrassment, trying not to grin. You know, I don't believe in stuff like that. Come on, then, if you're so desperate, you can stand and watch. You can act like you're my bodyguard if you want. I don't mind.
Without a doubt.
Right, so we'll go with him sometime. Wendy, Gladiator, Rachel, Nenio. Ulbrig, Arushalai, Rascal, Lan, and highest reach of the nobility and the most apathetic among the rabble. Not read your name, but the rest clearly knows you. Next step. Known as powerful as Shamira, Right hand Nocticula. Alright. So we need to get her on board, but that's not just yet. Let's go into the cave.
We march ahead.
Early sunset, that's it. Need to find him. But I also need to rest.
Our path leads on. I will guide us.
He's because he was over here at one point, and he ain't now. Nothing there.
Without a doubt.
Right, we'll head back down. Have a rest. Preparing to question slavers while disguised as a powerful demon and potential buyer. Commander's been tasked with secretly providing protection. Needs to escort her comrade to the flesh, but I don't see him. Well, I'm going to come back to this. I actually want to look up where I can find it, because I'm wondering if it's bugged. I'll see you soon. Alright, having dealt with some real life stuff again, we're back. We've rested, and I admit I looked up where early sunset is meant to be. He is meant to be at the flesh market. It's near the portal apparently, so we'll have a look there. Not the midnight fane, we don't need that. First though, I think I'll go to Valexia's little mansion and see if we can talk to our date there again. Because I'm wondering what her game is actually. She's definitely a demon. She seems to be questioning a lot that the demons are doing. Oh, we also need to do Battle Bliss. No, Battle Bliss. What do we have in Battle Bliss? Grudge Settlement, Prisoner of the Abyss. Okay. Fearless Flirt, Grudge Settle, and Mercy. And all kinds of stuff. Rapture of Rupture. Mad of Reputation, Bad Blood. A lot of these are our companion stuff. For now, we're just going to deal with us. We're obviously not going to leave before getting our companion stuff done, but I want to free up some other stuff first. When I say leave, I don't mean finish today's episode. I mean leave the Abyss.
On it! See! Go!
Now. So you're the Mortloos of talk of the town. Eager to join the Illusioneering nobility, are you? Will not tolerate material plain filth disgracing us with your presence. Oh great! Didn't mean to walk into that unbuffed. Ow! Yeah, I'm gonna reload that again. I'm not gonna walk into that like that. That is not happening. I just turned the wrong way. Okay. Really need somewhere I can buy spells. So I can get some more. There's got to be a priest in here somewhere. So I can get some more. The only spells I really need to buy, mostly at least, are the restoration ones. Now, no. 10,000 delights. Abandoned mansion. Was it the portal up we needed to go through? It might be. Let's portal in. Where are we going? Right, another little real life break there. Now, where are we going? That's just a portal down. Not that way. That's not it either, is it? No, that's a portal, but not where I want to be. That's an elevator. There! At last found it. What was that? Hello? What's going on? Oh, it's moving. I was in the wrong angle.
We march ahead.
There we are. I'm looking forward to getting back to Galarian. I will say. Valexia's demeanour has changed since the last time we saw her. She looks at you with a mixture of boredom and irritation. When she greets you, her friendliness is no longer seems genuine, but forced and insincere. Here is our long-awaited guest. The performance is about to begin, and there is so much new talent here today. I wonder if any of them will entertain me. Such director Yusha makes his last remark. Once again, you look spectacular in a new dress. The demon brushes you off irritably. Enough with these stupid compliments. Yes, it's a pretty dress, so what? Is my appearance the only thing that you find interesting about me? Well, she got out of the bed the wrong side this morning. Someone dropped her house on her sister. Alexia claps her hands imperiously, and one of the performers begins to sing a heartfelt ballad in a deep, velvety voice. He's dead. Alexia looks tired and her eyes full of sadness. There's a wistful note in her voice as she asks, "Tell me, how did you end up here in the Abyss? You're not one of us. Our ways are foreign to you. Why do you come to our world?" Not prepared to answer. What do you think's going on? The hand's voice is grim. This is the finale. The performance is about to end. I've already told you Alexia's temper is volatile, and now you can see the proof of my words. She's grown tired of a new Galarian companion, and will unleash her anger upon you at any moment. If you can surprise her, you might buy yourself some time. Otherwise, you should be prepared for a fight. We are now in a wild creature's lair, and our enemies have us cornered. Yeah, I came here because I wanted to. Alexia sounds slightly annoyed. You know, your light-heartedness and carefree attitude were so charming until you began to bore me with your superficiality. The demon interrupts the ballad with an impatient clap of her hands. The singer quails beneath her imperious gaze and hurries away. Another performer steps forward, dressed as a jester. Here's another one for you, distinguished guests. How many mortals would it take to paint this manor? Depends how many you throw and how hard you throw them at the wall. That wailing was starting to annoy me. What do we have next? Oh, another fool has decided to entertain me with jokes. Well, as far as I'm aware, laughter at cripples and the misfortune is popular on Galarian as well. If you ask me, it's a primitive form of entertainment. Still, you mortals seem to enjoy it, even though you try to pretend yourselves different from the creatures of vice and evil. Now that I am thinking about it, what is the difference between demons and Galarians? We'll take a philosopher to answer your question. There's light and mercy in our souls. Represent order, you have chaos. That's not true with me. There is no difference, we're practically identical. That might surprise her. Enough. You try so hard to talk and act like one of us, but it's just pathetic. You're not even convincing. Oh, look at you. So rebellious and free, so wild-spirited, furious and defiant. You're certainly ridiculous, but that doesn't make you interesting. Alexia snaps her fingers in irritation and magic sparks fly from her fingertips. The performers who were unlucky enough to provide the evening's entertainment begin to scream with pain. Their bodies change shape, density and colour. In a matter of moments, they have been completely transformed into a set of whimsically decorated furniture. The pieces of furniture creak sadly, as if lamenting their bitter fate. Alexia's face contorts violently. Her beauty disappears and her features transform into something wild and animalistic. Her jaws expand, revealing horrible teeth. Guards, kill her. If you can't amuse me in any other way, at least you can entertain me with a fight. Okay. Alright, she's going first at least, that's something. No! No, no, no! That wasn't what I wanted to do! No! This is not what I wanted! And he's gone nuts. This is crazy! No, I need to load. I badly needed... Oh, are we not there? Okay. Well, if we have to go back to it, we're going to stock up this time. I wasn't expecting us to turn on like that. It should have been. Maybe we take a different route first. But we need to put some spells on. Let's go to... Let's see, we need to take there. Companions. We've got Bad Blood, The Wicked, Bad Blood, More Than Nothing for the Instance, that's not here. Bad Reputation, Prisoner of the Abyss, Dark Moon Rising, Dreams in Rum. Dark Moon Rising, Bad Blood, Mad Reputation are all... No, that's not it. Fearless Flirt, Grudges Settle, and Merry. Oh. Mercy, rather. Actually... Fearless Flirt, Grudges Settle, and Mercy. I don't think any of them are companion ones. No. Mercy, Grudges to Settle. Where's Bad Blood? Oh, Bad Blood was Lan. Was he Bad Blood? He just had one more look. No, Fearless Flirt. That wasn't one of them. Okay. Right. We need to go there first, though. Fine.
I will lend you my aid.
You need your wisdom, so... Why can't you cast? I've got enough diamond dust. Oh well. Weird.
Inimosi, travisi. Inimosi, travisi. Inimosi, travisi. Inimosi, travisi. Inimosi, travisi. Aporane, sentes. Quadritium, purinos. Amranda, gratior. Inimosi, travisi. Inimosi, travisi. Inimosi, travisi.
Get you showing in your right form.
You're a good person. I like you.
No, thank you.
Axel, yes. Esme, Axel, yes. Esme, Axel, yes. Esme, Axel, yes. Esme, Axel, yes.
Get these on.
An, U, Efna. 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 An, U, Efna.
What else? Nothing right now.
world is full
You
of
can put that
wonder.
on.
Together, we stand.
Get that.
Adayana.
That.
Inimosi pravisi. Amranda gratior.
And then mount up. And
Let
me.
us not hesitate.
That on you.
Ba, riti.
That on you.
Ba, riti.
There we go.
Ba, riti.
There we go.
Ba, riti.
Arrow protection.
Tjo, wash, an.
Foxes.
Ba, riti.
What else are we doing? That on me.
Ba, riti.
That on me.
Wash, an.
Weird. Oh, oh, it's 6. I thought it was 0.
Tjo, wash, an. Tjo, wash, an. Tjo, wash, an. Tjo, wash, an. Tjo, wash, an.
Enlargers.
Riti. Tjo, wash, an. Tjo, wash, an. Tjo, wash, an. Tjo, wash, an. Tjo, wash, an.
Blur.
Orma. Nam, orma. Nam,
It would have been much better if there's a way to do this automatically so you don't have to spend so long doing it, but that is the game.
Nam, orma. Nam, orma. Nam, orma. Nam, orma.
What's that one? Which was the... Actually, you've got a...
protects us.
What is that? Polish. Never mind. Where is mine?
Time has come.
Where is the one? I don't see it. There was one that made it so that he was even bigger. You know what? What if I look it up in spells? Gargantuan proportions, wasn't it? Something like that? Yeah, okay, legendary proportions, I don't have it. Okay, never mind. First things first, save and then go talk to Mask. See what the hell's going on. They were here. There they are. The woman in red mask grimly examines a cloudy glass and is equally cloudy Constance. She doesn't seem to notice you, but when the sound drags on, she grinds out, "Get lost, I'm not looking for drinking companions." Why did you send assassins after Latvek? The woman smiles bitterly and removes her mask, revealing an unmistakable features of an Asima. But what was once surely a beautiful face has been disfigured by terrible scars. Someone must have flayed her, carving away entire portions of her skin. That wretch deserves the worst death imaginable. When the demons abducted and enslaved me, Latvek bought me and my fellow companions. Thought myself safe, but I was wrong. The worst was yet to come. The things he did to us. I cannot describe them. He destroyed our bodies and our souls. His sick mind is full of filthy, perverse desires. And he acted them out on us. It was a miracle I managed to escape. I could have left the abyss. But it feels as if Latvek has sown the seeds of his madness into my soul. I refuse to spread his sickness to other places. Happier places. Let his evil perish here to win the abyss utterly and without trace. The hand of the inheritor's voice trembles with barely concealed anger. She does not lie. Her heart aches with a desire for retribution. Latvek is a liar and a traitor. Well, I'm glad I freed his people and sent them to my camp. And he must answer for his misdeeds. Champion, we must go back and see that he faces justice for his crimes. Sosiel looks at the red mask with confusion. Curse that wretch. I should have sensed the evil within. You're not very good at that, are you, Sosiel? And that's him, a child. Now, how could he have done such monstrous things? Have you met down? I mean, this guy seems to touch a boat, but red mask seems to soften slightly in the face of Sosiel's distress. It's not surprising you didn't sense the rot in his heart. Latvek has learned how to conceal his true nature. None of us suspected him either, even though some of my companions in misfortune were skilled at sensing evil in its many forms. Ember's eyes fill with tears. It's terrible. What did he do to you? The woman flashes a cynical grin. I'm not pretty enough for you. Are you afraid? Yes, I'll never be called beauty again. No, it's not about beauty or anything else he stole from you. I'm scared of what he's given you. He shared his pain with you and it took root and grew. There's a thorny tangle of suffering in your heart. You're impaled on its spikes. Why is Latvek doing this? Because he's a madman, a blood-soaked lunatic draped in the raiment of Holy Saviour, a psychopath, a filthy deviant whose sick desires can only be sated with suffering of his victims. What happened to you after you escaped? I've walked the path of vengeance since then. Callistria, patron goddess of all who have been wronged, has shown me I must dedicate myself to this path. I am the retribution that stalks the villains in the night, paints the darkness red, and makes the streets ring with their pitiful screams as I end their miserable lives. Latvek deserves a fitting punishment. I will help you. Actually, chaotic. Vengeance is sacred. I will help you settle the score. Then go to his home and repay the man for his many sins. I will be waiting for you there. I will fall upon that deviant like the blade of vengeance itself. Together we will ensure that he pays for his crimes with his life. The hand's voice is pensive and sorrowful. I weep for her. I see how open and pure her heart once was, a shining beacon of kindness and mercy. The pain and torments that befell her made her cruel. Anger burns within her, and she no longer knows what is good and what is not. I cannot and will not judge her. I mourn the innocence that has been lost. Now, what about you, Giacot? The young man sifts through the pile of papers scattered. Are you the flirt? You are, aren't you? Across the table in front of him. He jots down notes excitedly, pausing occasionally to take a sip of nondescript liquid in his mug. As you approach, he looks up from his work and gives you a cheerful smile. Hello, my name is Giacot. I'm a wandering bard, researcher and scientist. I study both the natural and unnatural. How can I be of assistance? Dates with demons. Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't do this because I was desperate for dating partners. I've been conducting research for my book. The young man shakes his notebook triumphantly. I've documented them all here. I've dated all kinds of demons, from abracandillos to dretchers to glablizus and balors. I'm publishing a complete guide to dating in the abyss. Just you wait. My book will be the subject of conversation on every plane. Can I look through your notes? Of course, good luck trying to read my handwriting. Geocat hands you a notebook. He holds up his glove puppet dragon and ventriloquizes in a deep voice. Rejoice, puny mortal! You are about to read the first draft of my future interplanar bestseller. It isn't easy to decipher the bard's handwriting, but you quickly realise that his notes are long, rambling discourse about all sorts of strange topics, from advice on how to take an abracalo to an art exhibition, to practical suggestions for properly rubbing a Bavecchia's snout. He also recommends that you take brimaracks to restaurants with spicy cuisine. No shit, Sherlock. And Omoxes to Mud's Bar Resort. No, really? It's certainly an unusual collection of romantic hints and tips. So what do you think? Brilliant, right? The young man beams at you. There's only one problem. I'm not very good at titles. A complete guide to dating in the abyss? That sounds too boring. An excellent guide? No, that's not it either. Oh, I just can't come up with anything good. Do you have any suggestions? You need a title to sound authoritative. Something like Dates with Demons, an unabridged, unbridled, and untamed guide to dating in the abyss. Yeah. A guide on how to get yourself killed. I don't know how you avoided being eaten alive, but anyone who follows your advice will be devoured in a heartbeat. Your guide, he's crap. He's a bunch of idiotic nonsense. Nah, we'll give him the title. I think it's overly worded. I'd cut it down some, but the basis is good. Oh, the young man is clearly impressed. He writes down your idea with a notebook. In a notebook. That's perfect. With a title like this, my book will sell like hotcakes. Sounds to you. Happy Traveller shirt. Okay. But I must reward you for your help. What can I give you? Oh, I've got an idea. Geocat rummages through the contents of his bags for a moment, and then pulls out a multicoloured shirt. I don't wear things like this anymore. I've recently changed my style, but it's enchanted with some helpful spells. Take it. It might be useful. And after my book is published, feel free to come back for an autograph. The bard smiles at you and returns to his work. Alright, so that one seems to be done. Yep, the flirt's gone. Have a look at our inventory now. Banshee's Heart. How does that compare to what he's holding now? He's currently holding Soul Shear, gives him +2 channel energy, which is very useful. He is our healer, that's first and foremost. Banshee's Heart. Whenever this +3 Thundering Glaive confirms a critical attack, all creatures must make a fortitude save DC 17. Also for 2d8 +4 sonic damage and become prone for a round. I actually prefer to give him healing. That may or may not be the right thing. That's a scimitar. No one's using a battle axe either. That is composite short bow. Nope. Okay, so there's really nothing. Happy Traveller shirt. Increase the wearer's base speed by 10 feet. In addition, whenever the wearer travels for 50 feet or more in a round. It's not going to be useful if I give it to the gnome. They are affected by a greater invisibility spell. Ooh. What are you wearing? You're not wearing anything. Robe of Determination. Whenever the wearer of this robe casts a spell that forces the target to make a fortitude saving throw, DC is increased by 2. You could wear that, but I don't know if it'll do any good. Eternal Ballad, light armor, chain shirt. 6 max dexterity. That already is making me think you need it. +4 mithril chain shirt prevents bards, bardic performance or skulls raging song class from being interrupted. Well, we don't use that, but that doesn't matter. It's better armor anyway. We don't have a bard or anyone, but it's better armor than the shirt there. Barding of Elder Beast, 12 armor, 1 max dexterity. See, that's limiting dexterity. +7 from dexterity. That's a huge impact. But they do get 6 there. And it's not a dex fighter. +3 full barding grants wearer +1 natural armor enhancement, bonus to AC. And +3 bonus CMB against large and bigger enemies. Oh, they can't wear it anyway. It's heavy, okay. Alright. So it's Helm of Fearless Vanguard. +5 temporary hit points for 1 round. Armor +3. What, you're wearing armor? That you're not. But you'll pretty much always have mage armor on, so it's not going to be relevant mostly, but in case I forget. Cape of Mortar. What is that doing for you? That one, resistance +4, that's good. Bonus to stealth, that's one of your skills, so yeah. Challenge to heal the wear against +2 bonus persuasion. Okay. +10 competence bonus. Use magic. I'll save that for what's her face. Ninio. Because she's a scroll caster usually. Or she's the one that's best for scroll casting. Carnage. +5 competence on knowledge arcana, skill checks, +2 DC for the same time. Now the wearer of this amulet deals elemental, which is fire of course, through a spell, but I don't think it counts as a spell. Although, maybe for, who is it? The reason I'm not that interested in that is saving throws aren't as common. We usually do physical and stuff. The gauntlets grant a profane bonus +2 to natural armor to all evil creatures. Oh. What are you using as gloves? You're not. You can have them. Oh, no, you can't, because we're also someone good. So definitely not. What's this one? And that is Helmet of Static Discharge. +5 combat bonus CMD. Electro resistance 30. That deals 2d6. That's not that useful actually. You don't get that many electrical spells cast against us. Protection +3. I probably have someone who's using worse than that. Like you, protection +2. I think that's enough. Now, where's the demon? Tell me the latest rumours. I already paid you. Yeah, right. Well, what was that? And things in Illusionaire have changed 100 times since then. 500 here. What do you want to know? Demon named Willidus? Of course, that's the name of the demon who serves as, shall we say, Nocticula's court mage. The name has come up a few times already because the innkeeper's voice dropped to a low conspiratorial tone. The days to say this guarded servant sent assassins after him. He rubbed the locusts the wrong way, and now he's holed up in his palace where he's turned into a fortress. Was that? Let's take vengeance. Some insolent demons have abducted Chibaro's girls. Threat to an establishment. Oh, that's the Rotten Guthrie. That's in the Rotten Guthrie, that's not here.
We march ahead.
Actually, it's upstairs, isn't it? Not getting through there. How did we get to the Rotten Guthrie?
Without a doubt.
Can I get there from here? There's a little loot there. Probably nothing special.
Easy.
Yeah, nothing special. Most of us a good price at flesh markets. It's binding up and are you an idiot? What are you going after?
They choose to stand against me.
Oh, it's suddenly got a lot more boosting. Alright. Let's get some haste on.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Begone, fiend! You are beyond redemption!
Okay,
I put on this sentence.
Surrender or else!
more coming in.
Into the fray.
Elder Rock. You're not actually going to achieve anything, dude.
Fall! We'll erase your ugliness!
Ignite is paralyzed by fear. Actually, why did I do that?
No glory without risk.
Put the heal on.
Away, you rascal!
that's you. Okay. Another of these.
Go. I saw down. The inheritor, guide my blade.
Your time is over.
Eliana. Oh, okay. I see what's happening there. I'm entranced. Basically, or confused, whatever.
You offend me.
Attack!
Alright, that was that. Bit of healing, if you will, please, Sosiel.
With your heart, not your eyes.
And some scroll healing on you. That's good enough. Okay, so that lowers that.
We march ahead.
Can't get to that. What's this? Long forgotten mortals and demons alike. The unholy sigil of the Petty Demon Lord at Nihindri. That's to the port. I don't need to go to the
Leads
port.
on.
So that's not, after all, going to be any good to me. Alright. Why it's so cold here? I want to go home to the plane of fire. And it flames around. I feel so cranky. I want to kill someone. If I kill you, okay. Another idiot.
Stand down.
No glory without risk!
We shall overcome.
Oh, there's two of them, is there? Alright.
Away, you rascal!
As I shot that, I thought, oh, that might not work. They're fire elementals.
The light! Take you!
Do not hold back.
Arrow. Old brig. Amber.
Too late for apologies.
Oh, there's another one coming in. In fact, there's two right there, okay.
I will bring down the divine wrath.
Bismuth. Naira.
Your time is over.
Nice hit.
Into the fray!
Strike as one.
That's that done. Midnight Hours, the abyssal realm of Nocturne can be found in this year. Okay. There's the rotten guttery.
You offend me.
A wounded soldier raises his arm with plaintive shout. Don't kill me. Well, you might want to get off that stuff or you're going to die. I'll tell you everything. You'll finally have an opportunity to get a better look at your opponents. They're not demons, but visitors from other planes, judging by their gear. They've experienced and highly paid mercenaries. Who are you? We're Tolek's crew. I mean, it's my crew, I'm Tolek. But we call the Rotten Guthrie Gang. It's a dumb name, but it helps us blend in with the demon rabble here. Keeps everyone away from prying with our business. We're mercenaries who came to the abyss on a job, but when we realised what Notionera was like, we couldn't bloody believe it. There's so much gold to be made here. Demons are loose cannons. You can't trust them with delicate or sensitive jobs. Even if you don't screw it up, they'll run their mouths about it. Someone needs a job done quickly, quietly, and without fail. They'll always come to us. Our specialties are disappearances, setups, and abductions. So you were born in a normal place, had a home, a decent life, And then you just left it all and moved here to do demons' dirty work? To live amid this gory madness? To murder, to be minions of the spawn of the abyss? Not because your home was threatened. Not because you were busy, called by duty, but for gold. You mortals are monsters, I ask you. Folks aren't from the abyss, are you? Yeah, no, we're no demons in our crew. It's a matter of principle. They're strong, sure, but crazy and unpredictable. There were a few times we nearly finished the job neat and clean, and then something went sideways. Some horned freak wanted to have some fun. Why did you attack me? Shivaro, the little two from the 10,000 Delights, found us and paid us to take you out. She said you'd get here and all we'd have to do is crack your skull open, but that bitch neglected to mention that you wouldn't go down so easy. You've cracked more than a few skulls yourself, I can tell. Of course, that deadly earth is brutal. Of course, we could really use the gold right now. You scum broke into our lair and cleaned us out. We'd never have messed with you. Well, you tried. Where are the succubi you captured? There are no succubi here. It's a trick Shivaro's used to lure you here. We'd never kidnap those bitches. They'll screw your brains out, take your money and call it a weekend well spent. All succubi should be drowned, that's what we think. I guess he's learned his lesson. Get lost, I'm letting you go. Without wasting time on thanks to the wounded mercenary, he leaps to his feet and with a cautious look at you runs away. Now, let's have you
Is there trouble?
get rid of that thing.
Without a doubt. Forwards.
Well, the Rotten Country gang are done. And that was make Shivaro pay. Shivaro lied, it was not demons residing in the Rotten Country but a gang of professional mercenaries. Yeah, it didn't last long. From other planes who earned their living by doing jobs for the Luciana's influential citizens. The entire story was but well-crafted ploy intended to trap the commander. Shivaro will have to pay for that, after all. Failing to avenge a personal affront would stain one's reputation in the eyes of the demons. A misdeed going unpunished is anathema here, and anyone seeking to rise in any given society must first demonstrate respect for the customs of that society.
We march ahead.
I don't think there's anything else to do here. Bad Luck Tavern. And then over here. Battle Bliss. So, Prisoner of the Abysses. I'll go there and just check if it's one of ours. One of the companions. If it's not, I'll knock it out. It is, actually. Oh, it's Sosiel's, in fact. So that's perfect. That's right, his brother's trapped there, or was. I don't know if he's still alive. Who are we speaking to again? Arena Steward. Is that Zeklex or is it someone else? Yeah, I'm looking for one particular slave. I suspect he passed through the hands of a slave wearing a black mask. Come to the right place. Tell me more about the slave you're looking for. The tiefling listens to your description and then nods to you in. Look, the gladiator you're looking for is still alive. He's even earned a place in the Hindrian League. We call him the Dire One. In fact, you probably already met him. How ironic. In the arena. Sosiel looks at you, stricken. So these beasts made it. Oh, Shellin, what cruel mockery. But he's still alive, and that's all that matters. You've said that before. My companion Sosiel needs to meet the Dire One. Forgive me, champion, but rules are rules. You can talk to the Dire One whenever you'd like, but your companion cannot. However, with your permission, I can arrange a meeting for them in the arena. And by meeting, I mean a fight. Is that option suitable for you? I agree. Trevor is my brother. He would never raise a hand again. I wouldn't be so sure about that. That's what he says too. I wouldn't be so sure about that. The arena has changed him. Well, who knows? We certainly can't rule out the possibility of a peaceful outcome. So let's make a deal. If the Dire One, Trevor, really does recognise you and refuse to fight, I'll send someone else into the arena. The two of you can then fight against your opponent together. After all, the spectators paid to see a show. Can't disappoint them. It would be bad for business. A show. Sosiel grit his teeth. Fine, I agree. After all I've gone through to find him, what's another fight? But if we win, you'll let him go free. We'll leave the arena together. You're trying to bankrupt me? Zeklex looks as though he's about to object, but glance in your direction seems to change his mind. Fine. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to argue. Let's make a wager. Your life for your brother's freedom. Do we have a deal? The tiefling extends his hand to Sosiel, who shakes it reluctantly. Sosiel is ready to enter the arena and face Trevor. Very good. Follow me, please. Is it just going to be Sosiel? Because I don't think he's going to be able to hear his. Sosiel steps into the arena, his eyes wandering around the stands, full of clamorous spectators. The face of demons and mortals alike blur, merging into horrendous, multi-eyed monsters, which roars at the top of its many lungs in an endless thirst for blood. They are chanting, "The Dire! The Dire!" The Dire One answers their call. A dark-skinned warrior in an enclosed helmet approaches Sosiel. His body is covered with scars, old and new, intertwining in web-like layers. Even the fingers of the veteran gladiator are marred and disfigured. Those same hands that once produced delicate wooden designs, a source of joy for the whole village, now grip a weapon, and a weapon that is pointed at the young cleric. Trevor, brother, is that you? The helmet prevents the gladiator from hearing anything, not already drowned out by a crowd. The warrior breaks into a sprint and lunges at Sosiel. Take a risk. Hit me. Do it. The man in the helmet knocks Sosiel down with a brutal strike. He hovers over the cleric, raising his weapon for a killing blow, but suddenly freezes motionless and looks at the victim in the eye. Sosiel? Trevor lowers his weapon slowly, his disfigured fingers unclenched, letting the sword fall to the arena floor. The gladiator collapses to his knees next to the blade. Brother, I'm so sorry. Brother, how did this happen? What have they done to you, Trevor? Oh, that's not what matters. You're safe now. It's over. I've come for you. Let's go home. Brother. The gladiator takes Sosiel's hands in his calloused palms, which now resemble the clawed paws of a beast, and squeezes them. Now that's an unexpected turn of events. The Dire One meets his brother in the pit, and they refuse to fight. Don't worry, I promise you a thrilling spectacle, and you'll get it. Will the reunited brothers stands as strong against common enemy, or will they die together? What do we have? Trevor eyes the ring of demons closing in around them and emits a low, beast-like roar. He picks up his blade and stands between Sosiel and the enemy. How are they surrounding us? Trevor, take this. Sosiel holds his shield out to Trevor. Hesitates for a moment, not sure if he's allowed to touch the shiny metal. But there is no time left to think, so he resolutely takes it. His brother puts his hands together in a prayer behind the gladiator's back, and the goddess seems to have heard his plea even in the depth of the abyss. An iridescent glow begins to emanate from the shield. Well, I guess they got their fight. The crowd cheers and howls as the brothers stumble out of the arena. They are wounded and covered in blood, both demonic and their own, but joyful smiles light up their faces. They looked like these two innocent boys who once played together in the peaceful groves of Andoran many years ago.
Freedom at long last.
Yeah! Beware, monsters of the abyss! The Vainik brothers are together again!
Let me introduce you, Trevor. This is the commander, my trusted leader, and my close friend. I never would have found you without her help.
Commander, then. Thank you for looking after my little brother while I was gone.
Well, I'd say he looked after us as much as we looked after him. Congratulations.
This is all possible because of you.
I'm free. I can't believe I'm finally free.
Sosiel, have you forgiven Trevor?
Who am I to forgive him or not? Only Shaylin and he may judge the weight of the burdens on his heart.
Fair enough.
I have never had the right to paint myself in the colors of righteousness. We both are just fragile feathers falling from the tails of songbirds. So
Fair enough.
that the winds of war carried me here and blew him from his path. That is just an accident of circumstance.
What are you going to do now?
What say you, Trevor? Do we head home? I have the feeling that you've had more than enough of this war already.
No. I have no right to hide at home, knowing that my brother is still bleeding on the battlefield.
Then we will stand together, give each other strength, make the world a better place, and both return home.
Welcome to Crusade, Trevor.
Thank you, Commander.
Trevor raises his disfigured hand in a salute, his tilted movement indicating how long it's been since he last had cause to offer one.
Yes, brother. We will win this war and then finally go home.
We're kicking Olbrich out? Alright, we'll try it. Now, what are you? Two-handed fighter, armored Hulk barbarian, and a Hell Knight. But you can't be Hell Knight and more, and you can't Paladin more. So you get to add to Armored Hulk or Two-Handed Fighter. I think we're going to stick with Two-Handed Fighter. Oh, I don't know what he's using, so I can't use that. Outflank. I don't know what weapons he's using, so I can't use that. But we can get the other teamwork feat on. Oh no, we can't. Perception is not at least 3. He doesn't have a pet. I could give him the dinosaur and he could ride it in. Okay. He's not got the dance. Okay. Also, what are you actually wielding? A falchion. Is that really what you want to be using? Let's have a look at your... It's got paladin proficiencies. .200 training, overhand chop. I'm not currently seeing a focus, so he can use anything. And he's basically a warrior at this point, so... Oh, he's focused on the falchion. Okay. I don't like that. Last stand. Limitless Rage. Because he has got Barbarian as the Armoured Hulk. So he should have Rage. Can I not remove that? Oh, not from there, can from here. We don't know what it does. That's a scimitar. Alright. Now what are you wearing for armour? You've got unidentified. Well, if you're wearing two-handed, it's not going to be relevant to anything else. Apprentice was no good. Full plate +3, but I don't know what he's using. So I guess I have to keep him as is. Actual armor +3. We'll give that to you till we've got something better for you. Give you a protection +2. So that Fearless Vanguard. Give you that belt. Alright, you can have them, I guess. You're not going to be casting spells, so it's irrelevant. Oh, that's better. Where it gets +2 against all attacks made by. Yeah, I never remember to use that, so it's not much point. I guess we'll just wait till we get something better. Now I've given him limitless rage. Yeah, now I've given him limitless rage. I might just focus on being a barbarian for the last 5 rounds. We've lost some of our stuff that we need back.
I will not falter.
Start by. Oh, I think it did auto save, didn't it? Well, I'll save anyway. Then I'll try and take on those demons just to the side of us. Then I may go back and rest. Yeah, it did autosave.
Yes?
There it was. Right, first things first. Eliana, put prayer on. Sealer, can you get on the horse, please? I didn't ask you to get off. Protection from evil.
I've seen worse.
Not much going by that. Okay. You're on 29, 79, 10, 53.
Still fight.
Losing Wiz again.
A simple smile.
Right,
goes
you
a
can
long
get rid of
way.
that. And I guess we're going to head back to the
Guide us.
Nexus. And have a rest. And that's probably a good place to end for today. So I'll try and remember to get the buffs back on before we come back, since there's not really anything to do that's fun to watch there. And we'll pick up next time. See you then.
Thanks for watching, for being around, for every message, reaction, all the joy we found. To the quiet, the loud, the sharp and the sly, you're the reason I'm leaving with my spirits high. So hit like, leave a word or tap that sub. If you laugh, cry to mock my stuff. Every click helps the channel grow and lets me keep on with the show.